Hi, it's Sharon here from Butterfly Lullaby, and I'm going to share with you, the date is, by the way, the 17th of May 2021. I'm going to share with you a poem that I wrote and a painting that I created when I was in my 20s. I'm now in my 50s, so it's a long, long time ago. But here it goes. Trapped in the city from 9 to 5. Nothing or no one really seems alive. All acting like robots with no means to survive. Not even the pay brings a glint to the eyes. Trapped in a world of high taxes and low pay, is it any wonder we long for another day? So that was a poem that I wrote, and basically what it was I was working in London for my uncle's shipping company, and I was paid a very poor salary. I taught myself to type on a telex machine, and I sort of worked my way up really from secretary, I suppose receptionist secretary, to managing director's secretary for a top architectural firm in London, which I'm really, really proud of because I'm dyslexic. And people say you can't work in admin if you're dyslexic, and that's not true. I work really, really hard. And I never dreamed that I'd get to the top, but I'm just a determined person, and I don't give up, basically. So I'd say to anybody out there that's dyslexic, don't give up. Keep trying. Our daughter's dyslexic, and she's learning to read music. A lot of musicians can't read music, and she's really, really fighting to be able to do this and try and do this. And she's a singer. She's playing the cello, guitar. She's an artist as well, and I'll share some of her art on this video. So I'm really proud of her and what she's achieved, because I left school with no qualifications whatsoever. And I'm going to add a video about my ITA English complaint, because I was taught ITA English twaddle. So yeah, this painting here represents the wild child that I was back then, and how I felt about just earning a low wage, and how other people must feel about earning a low wage. I just feel that we need some sort of equality in this world today, because no matter what job you do, it doesn't matter if you're cleaning toilets or whatever job you're doing, you've got worth, you've got value, and you deserve to be paid for whatever work you do, a real decent salary that gives you the opportunity to live life to the full, to travel, to do wonderful things, and start your own business if you wanted to. So that's what I believe anyway. So if you've done any creative art that's got a story to it, I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to show you some pictures and put a song of my daughters on here, and share the story of my ITA English twaddle complaint, which I think you might find quite amusing. So have a wonderful day, and thank you for tuning in. And you can contact me here on YouTube and Butterfly Lullaby, leave a comment, or you can go on to one of the groups that I'm on my gardening group or my dyslexia group, and there's an art group as well. So I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your stories. So yeah, get in contact. Jane, I would like to talk to you with regards to ITA English and dyslexia. There's a link to the UK British NHS system, which is a healthcare system, and it's to do with dyslexia. People with dyslexia often have good skills in other areas, such as creative thinking and problem solving. This is a very clever dyslexic daughter, Melody Angel. Here she is in our local library with a letter from Dork Diaries author Rachel Renee Russell. School books sent both my daughter and I to sleep. They were boring. She would copy for fear of getting told off. Our daughter was very sadly bullied by some teachers, forced to stand up in class and read aloud and say her times tables. All things the teachers knew she struggled with. Bad teachers teach children to bully others. Melody could hardly read or write in school. I changed that. And my heart breaks because so many children in school are struggling to read and they're not being diagnosed with dyslexia and they're not getting the proper help and support to allow them to love reading and writing. I believe, as a mother who has helped her daughter to love reading and writing, that I can help these children, and I would like to work as a team player to help others, and I very much hope that I will get other people's support. It is our daughter's 18th birthday this Sunday, and I have created her a book which I'm getting printed to promote all her wonderful, amazing dyslexic gifts she has. She can sing, she can play the guitar, cello, she's a wonderful creative writer, and she loves books, which is fantastic for dyslexic. There's so many things she can do. Her art as well is absolutely outstanding. But that's the thing, you see. Here in this world, we concentrate all on the negative to do with dyslexia and not on the positive. Melody, you are unique. You never crawled, you rolled. And guess what? Rolling is faster than crawling. Thomas Edison invented light. His teachers gave up on him because he was dyslexic. His mother educated Thomas at home. Dyslexia is a gift. We can do things others can't. So never let anyone make you feel bad because our brains work differently. Your English was better than mine when I left school. Your art, story and songwriting skills are outstanding, and I am proud beyond words that you love books. Here's a letter from Rachel Rennie Russell addressed to my daughter, Melody, and in it she states how she supports home education, so thank you very much, Rachel, for being so kind. I'd also like to thank Miss Graham from Cambridge Online to do with Melody's art course that she did last year. It took 2 years to complete, but she was the most amazing teacher and she really did go out of her way to help Melody because, being dyslexic, memory is a problem, but she helped her get through that and she passed her art exam and she's going to go on to A-level art. Miss Graham's also asked Melody to talk about her art and how the course went and her dyslexia. So a big thank you to Miss Graham for being so caring and loving and supportive. I'd like to say a big thank you to Google because we absolutely loved Google Classroom. Melody's English teacher that she had when she got a bit older was absolutely excellent, and she used Google Classroom, and Melody loved it, and her English did progress using this service. So massive thank you, and thank you so much also for YouTube, because without YouTube we would not be able to promote what we're good at, and there's so many creative people out there that need to be seen. As most people know, Sir Richard Branson is a very proud dyslexic. Companies must be more than just money-making machines. They must become a force of good. They must use their skills to make a real difference in the world. Well, there you go, that big word there I cannot pronounce. But who cares? It doesn't matter, because I've achieved a lot of things in my life that I'm very, very proud of. And one of those things is that I've got my daughter to love reading. I have a letter here from wonderful counsellor Kevin Griffith from our local council, and he is just such an amazing, kind man. He's very supportive of all children and families. He used to print off Melody's art and post it for our door to make her feel special and know that she's gifted and talented. It is thanks to Councillor Kevin Griffiths and our local church that Melody got funding to teach children art, because art is therapy. My name is Sharon J. Bainbridge, and I see dyslexia as a beautiful, wonderful gift. ITA English Dyslexic complaint. I was taught ITA English twaddle in the 70s, a backward, alien language that made no sense at all. As I got older, I had to relearn how to read, spell and write all over again because of my terrible British education. I am a very proud dyslexic. Imagine having to deal with this dreadful ITA English and missing lots of school with asthma because our schools were not educated about real nutrition. So you can say school was more than a challenge. Some academics make very big mistakes. I will get a government apology. I taught myself to type from a book, worked for my uncle's shipping company, then went on to work for a top architectural company in London. I worked my way up from reception to managing director's secretary, and I cured my asthma naturally with wild herbs and organic fruit and veg. My gifted daughter loves books and reading and writing because of me, not because of state education. Some academics are real bullies. Jane, I really believe that you want to help children, but sadly you've been taught that ITA English is a good thing, and it's not. If you read comments from people that were taught this back in the 60s and 70s, especially the dyslexics, you'll see that these people still struggle today to spell. This isn't right. So I would like to work with you and show you how I got my daughter Melody to love reading and writing. Very fortunate to know Councillor Kevin Griffith, who is also Deputy Mayor, and I've shown him this idea of the Certificate of Achievement, and he's very interested in it. So I'm hoping this year something exciting is going to happen within our schools here in the UK and overseas. Certificate of Achievement for children and adults who struggle with the academic school system. Many children, especially dyslexics, autistic and other children, struggle with our British academic school system. Academic children who are gifted with a sponge-like memory have a very unfair advantage. Why? Because it does not take them years to read, write and spell. Dyslexic children have to work extra hard to absorb information. Many have bad memories. Children and adults should be issued certificates of achievements that prove they are good at something. This would encourage more apprenticeship jobs, which this certificate will be used for to gain work. I don't have a qualification to my name, and I don't care. I don't need one. I've proved to myself that I've achieved great things in life, so I don't need a piece of paper to tell me that I'm good at something. But for those people that do need a piece of paper, I understand. In today's world, it's very difficult to get a job without qualifications. I find this very discriminating as a dyslexic because I've achieved everything on my own, without a piece of paper. So those people that need a piece of paper, I hope that I can help achieve that for them and actually make sure that more jobs are available with apprenticeships. So this is how you contact me if you'd like to talk to me about dyslexia or anything else. I'm on Facebook under Sharon Bowen, Butterfly Lullaby, and I've also got a gardening group, and the links there. I'll put the links in the description, and you can contact me on here. So I'd love to talk to Jane, and I hope that I can help children to love reading and writing. I really hope to talk to parents of children that struggle with reading and writing, because I know that I can help. So have a wonderful day, and here's to the future.